Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to go over the pre-registration for the second anniversary, and we're also going to look at the color versions of the silhouettes that appeared in the promotional video. We're going to discuss, from my point of view, which ones are going to end up being skins, which ones are going to end up being units, and stuff like that. So that's the whole point of this video. We're going to start, obviously, with the pre-registration. This is something they did also last year for the first anniversary. I believe, if memory serves me right, but correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, that even if you don't participate in this sort of pre-registration, you still get everything. Because I think last year we were kind of scammed with this code. Like, some people had the code, some other didn't, but then they turned everything into like a login kind of reward. So you logged in during anniversary, you got everything. I think we still received the code. I don't remember exactly what we got from that, but I'm pretty sure the skin was for everybody, and also like the tickets and everything else. So I'm not 100% sure what the code was for, but they're basically going to send the code to the email that you're going to pre-register with. And you can pre-register with multiple emails. You will get multiple codes, but you can only claim one on your account. So if for some reason you want to register a couple more emails, then if some people did not have the code, you can give it to them. But I'm pretty sure everyone will still get the rewards even if you don't register. I think what we're going to do here is just try and understand how many people are going to play the game around anniversary, just to have a rough idea of how many players they have, or like actual players. I don't know. I don't think that's really that useful, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, what are going to give us for the second anniversary is the skin for Chomray. We already had a preview about this one. As I said, I'm not too happy about it. It seems like a straight up recolor with additional details, but nothing much. If the snake is included in the skin, then that's amazing, but I don't know. I'm more excited about how they're going to turn Cobalt and Kraken, like aesthetically, because Chomray is fine, but it's nothing insane. I mean, it's a pretty basic skin. I was expecting more for a skin for a family head unit. But it is what it is. It's a free skin. We're not gonna say no. And then here there's some questions and answer. Doesn't really matter. They also confirmed that it doesn't matter if you selected iOS or Google Play for the market store. We're going to see in a second for the pre-registration. It doesn't matter because you're still going to receive an email with the code. You can claim it wherever you want. So it's irrelevant. Again, I think it's just statistic stuff. They don't really do much with it. So, okay, we can click on the pre-registration or reopen the page in advance. And here is where we got the reveal of the units. We're going to look at the different page. We're not going to look at the units here because, as you can see, the two on the right are kind of hidden. So the Mashani and the other one that we're going to discuss in a second, what she actually is, are not visible at the moment. We only see two main ones, and then there is a button to pre-register. It's just going to send you down, so we can just scroll. And you see that you have time to pre-register until the day of the anniversary, so July 16. And then you can claim the rewards from July 16 to August 12. So 4 weeks of time, that's exactly the duration of the second anniversary. Then we have here, okay, just some stuff that they're going to include in the next anniversary. We have, okay, the skin, we already talked about it. This second part is interesting. We have the non-stop SR Plus summon tickets that we already knew. They're going to do that for every single special event. So that was clear, it was going to happen. We don't know the pool of units yet. Probably we will know that if they're generous enough during the live stream they're going to do on July 14. Otherwise, we'll know it on the day of the update, unfortunately. But okay. The other interesting thing that they've never done before is the first time is these non-stop revolution tokens. I have no idea what that means. Hopefully, they might allow us to max out the revolution of a unit, maybe, or give us a way to obtain a lot of revolution mats. That would be amazing, but we have no way of telling. There is no prior event with the same name. We don't know. But it sounds like a good thing. Obviously, non-stop is a good thing. Revolution is a very important material and system. So that's definitely appreciated. Let's see how much of it we'll actually get. And then we have another very interesting thing. So for the second anniversary exclusive reward, we have a Revolution Reset ticket. Now there is no plural here, so I fear it's only one ticket. But this is the thing they mentioned, I think, a few dev notes ago. They said that they are going to give us during the second anniversary a way to reset the revolution of a unit or of a few units. We don't know exactly how many. But yeah, the good thing is if you messed up, you made some strange investments on one unit, you can now reset that and get back the materials so that you can invest in somebody else. I will personally do it, I think, on a collab unit because collab units do not count towards the archive. So I want to refund them. I don't think I did a lot of investment for collab units, to be honest, but I will take the one I invested the most in and refund that. That's kind of my plan. And then the second point is just special rewards for returning players, because during anniversary, usually there are a lot of people coming back to the game for a little bit and they get some new rewards. That's something that they did also last year, so no surprises here. And we don't know exactly what that's going to be, but nothing major, don't worry. And then here you just select App Store or Google Play, and then you enter your email, agree to the terms, and pre-register. Then they're going to send you a code, and you can claim it on the day of the anniversary. So that's more or less how it works. And as they said, whether you click App Store or Google, nothing changes. Again, I think it's just statistic and nothing more. They want to know how many people play in the different platforms, probably. But okay, I already did the pre-registration with a couple of accounts, so in case I should have one code to spare, but I'm pretty sure many people will register with more than one email. Now, on to the main point, I think, of this video. So who are the units that are going to get skins or released as brand new units? Let me open, I think it was this one, kind of. Okay, we can look at it from here. We also see the other two units there in the back. So we have an Urek Masino here on the left. We're going to start with the most irrelevant unit, I would say, out of the five. And some people, once they saw this, were like, okay, so we're going to get Urek EX. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get Urek EX. Makes no sense, especially because if it's an EX unit, I personally don't want a skin, like a swimsuit skin or a like summer costume, to be the main and base costume of the unit. EX should be neutral, not like influenced by any kind of event. I want them with their specific attire from or outfit from the manhwa. These would just be very, very weird. So no thanks. I don't want that. And also this would be the fourth Urek unit in the game, which would be a bit too much. I don't think that's going to happen. So this is, from my point of view, 99.9% skin. For probably standard Urek, so flight Urek Masino. I don't think it's going to be for data Urek. That would be pretty dumb. Nobody uses that. But yeah, also the other one, nobody uses it. So it's okay. It's just irrelevant skin. If they give it to us for free, great. If they don't, please don't buy it. Let's not send them money for random shit. Like, what the hell is that skin? I don't know. They could have done so much better. Whatever, fine. So now over the most important units, we have the one here on the left. From my point of view, I'm pretty sure she's Garam. Even though the hair is not matching 100%, the color of the eyes is still kind of familiar or like similar to Garam. The fact that there is Urek in the picture also kind of gives more credibility to the claim that this one might be Garam, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be. Now, is that going to be XSR plus Garam with the like bikini version? And then we're also going to get a bikini skin for the SSR plus, because they always do that. They release the XSR plus base costume as a skin for the original SSR plus. I hope so. I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. I think it could make sense to release her as a XSR Plus. I don't think she would be particularly strong because most of the value, from my point of view, that Garam gives also comes from Revolution 5. That is the 200 energy for the whole team. I find that to be extremely good. And I don't know if a Garam without it will still be great. I mean, she will definitely be playable and she has a great kit anyway. But that energy like made a lot of team comps function way better. If you remove that, I'm not sure I would really play her unless they gave her something else that is insanely broken. But I don't know. I don't know. So for me, 60% chance this is an XSR plus, especially because she's in the front. She's not in the back like the other two units there. So it seems like she has more relevance. So I'm guessing new unit. And I don't think she's going to be the SSR plus for the anniversary. So all that leaves me to think is like XSR plus Garam. So to me, 60% new unit, 40% skin. Then the one on the right is High Yura, but this is definitely not SSR High Yura. Like there is no way she has this kind of, So like this one has to be SSR plus Yura, and she will definitely or likely be the anniversary SSR plus. Am I happy about it? I don't know because I had a lot more expectations. Like I was thinking about Tiara, Sophia Tan, all of those kind of crazy units. Yura, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of in line with what they did last year. So they released a non existent version of Anniversary Iwa. They're gonna do the same probably with Yura this time. It is fine. I don't like Yura, to be honest, but like as a character. So it is okay. I I don't know. I definitely would have preferred other units. Like if not the two I just mentioned, so Sophia Tan and what was the first one? Tiara. I think a unit like Warion would have been way better. I'm sure there are a lot of people that would have loved an SSR plus Warion, but they seem to have picked Yura. It's okay, I guess. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. But I'm not too excited, if I'm being honest. Then we have the last two units there in the back. Let me zoom in a little bit because they're in the very far back. Let me zoom again. Okay, we have here on the left, this is no doubt Lightning Spear Kun Mashini. 100%. We already expected it when we saw the silhouette. This is basically confirmation. Is that going to be a skin or a new unit? Considering she's in the background, I feel like she's going to be just a skin, and that might come with a Lightning Spear Kun Mashini buff to her revolution. So that's likely to happen, and we'll see. But this I'm 90% sure. Let me know in the comments again what you feel about this. But the last unit is maybe a bit confusing for a lot of people. It was confusing for me as well, because I think from one of the first screens that I saw, probably also the pre-registration, I don't know, she seemed to have way more pinkish hair. Like that didn't seem like golden or brownish. So I was like, okay, this one has to be somebody else. Okay, I clicked obviously the wrong picture. I had a couple open. Okay, so looking at it now, it seems to be golden, but like a bit, I don't know, darkish. But these should be, let's say, 80% certainty, a Sharon skin. I don't think they're going to release Sharon with this kind of outfit, like base. That would make very little sense, I think, especially because now I'm going to open up the live stream that they did quite a few months back. We have the model for Sharon here. As you can see, the hair is basically the same. Okay, she doesn't have these accessories here that we see here. Like this one is exactly the same as the Manhwa, kind of, a lot more detailed. So that's quite good. But the one that we see here in this picture, as you can see, has the same head with the same hair at the top, but then here there are no accessories for the hair, but I think it's pretty clear they're the same unit. So this is what I think is going to be the base costume. And I think, but we have no confirmation because they did not release the newsletter today, that Sharon is going to come out on July 2nd. And then on July 16th, so for anniversary, we're going to get this skin for her, which would make sense. They did something similar with Kaiser. She was released recently, maybe not this close, but recently enough. And then they released also a skin for her. So definitely possible. And looking at the design, that's really the only option. She's literally the only one. So yeah, that's what it seems to be like what we are going to get for anniversary. Let me know if you have different thoughts, if you think there are going to be different units, and if you don't agree with the fact that Garam is likely to be an XSR Plus, Yura SSR Plus for anniversary, and then we have the two skins here in the back for Lightning Spear Kumashini and Sharon. So yeah, again, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!